Welcome back, everybody. So as you can tell, I have rearranged my whole house actually. I was getting ready for the new year. I thought, man, 2023, I want a fresh start and we're just gonna get started. And so that's what we did. We took down all of the Christmas decorations and revamped the house. So I'm gonna share with you guys what it looks like now and the reason why I'm not sitting in front of the window anymore. It's good to see everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you like just kind of all kinds of content, I post about my cat and my dog, and I post about our travels and everything else, also including the stuff that I resell on eBay. So if that's something that would interest you, please subscribe. Okay, let's get started. As a bunch of you guys know, I like to just kind of rattle them off, give you a little bit of insight into them. And remember, if somebody's looking for it, it's going to sell. That's going to be the best advice that anybody getting started into eBay can give you. So I sold this mid-century modern Hollywood style Italian lamp. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. I thought it was beautiful. And so I contacted the lady and I purchased it for $35 and it sold for $499. And of course, as always, they pay for shipping. Then I picked up these mid-century modern Samsonite folding chairs, picked these up at a garage sale for $8 and they sold for $149.95. Again, the buyer pays for shipping. Now, these older pieces, mid-century modern is really, really hot right now. And so anytime I see mid-century modern anything, I pick it up. Then next we have this mid-century modern cigar stand. It was pretty big, and so I was really worried about shipping it, but didn't have a problem. Shipped quite nicely, actually. It sold for $199, and I am all in at $20. And I did splurge a little bit on this particular piece just because I knew that it would sell for more money. I want to hit on something real quick. What you're actually doing when you go back and forth with customers, especially over offers, is you're kind of boosting the algorithm a little bit. And so even if they're lowballing you and you counter it, it's still going to boost your algorithms. I cannot tell you how many times that we will send an offer and immediately after I send the offer, it gets bought for full price. And that's exactly what happened on this piece. I think we sent an offer for like $125. That person didn't buy it, and 20 minutes later, this person bought it, and they bought it for full price. So next, we're gonna have these 4 Napa Valley prints. They were lithographs. Here's something that happens quite frequently, and it's happened now to us 4 times, where the granddaughter or grandson of the person who actually painted this art piece will contact us and say, hey, if you see any more of these pieces, please let us know. We're wanting to purchase all of them. They were, you know, my grandmother's or my grandfather's. And that is what happened with this piece. So pick these up at a garage sale for $10 and they sold for $225. And I'm very happy with that. And of course, I'm gonna keep my eyes open so that the next time I see this type of artwork, I'll pick them up. Okay, this is a little side note. The pictures that I'm going to be using in the video, you'll see that that's full price on a lot of these items. I do take offers. So if you see that it's different from the pictures, different than what I'm saying, that's the reason why, is because I accepted an offer. Okay, let's get back in. Next, we have a signed Dalhart Windberg. It's Tranquility art piece. It is from the 1970s. Now, when I saw this, I just liked it. I thought it was pretty neat. When I picked it up at this garage sale and got to really looking at it, I noticed the actual signature from the artist. This was like day 3 of the garage sale. People had walked right past it. Nobody was particularly interested in it. I pick it up for, what was it? I think $10, and it sold for $200. And of course, as always, buyer pays shipping. Now we have this 1982 Cabbage Patch Kids. Now, Cabbage Patch are kind of hit or miss, but if they're in the box, that's when you're gonna score some big money. So this particular Cabbage Patch was in the box. I got it for 20 bucks and it sold for $139.95. This jacket up at my local thrift store for $8 and it sold for $90. Then we have a squishable plush. This was a cuttlefish. This little cuttlefish guy, I saw him at a garage sale. The girl wanted $5 for him. I paid the $5 because I knew what I had. It sold for $79.99 and it sold, I want to say, within 2 weeks of me posting it. Now, this particular haul, I sold a lot of art. A lot of art is, well, you'll probably get more money for your art pieces than most everything unless it's electronics. This was a vintage Chicago Tribune engine summer cartoon poster. I really didn't know what it was, but when I opened it up and looked at it, it just looked different to me. And so I decided to bring it home, did some research. It took a couple of days to figure it all out, but did find it. And what I found was that I've made a good purchase. I picked it up for $1 and it sold for $85. And of course, you just roll it up and put it in a tube and send it to the buyer. Then we have these Funko Pops Lord of the Rings. Now, most of the time, Funko Pop Lord of the Rings are not going to be a big seller. The photos are just kind of a regular price. But if you can get the rare ones, and this set sold for $85 and I'm $12 in. In my previous videos, you guys know that I'm always on the lookout for board games. If I see a board game, I'm grabbing it. Well, that's what happened here. I picked this board game up for $4 at my local thrift shop. It is called the Masterpiece Art Auction board game, and it sold for $80. This particular one was actually still sealed in its original plastic. All right, so at a estate sale, we picked up these Sears vintage walkie-talkies, and I think we're in for probably about $5, and they sold for $65. Then we have this vintage Boy Scouts wool jacket. It's red. Picked it up for $5. It sold for $65, and I was very happy for that. Of course, like I said, I'm only $5 in. Next, we have another poster. These posters, anytime, like I said, anytime I see them at estate sales, garage sales, thrift shops, anywhere, it's worth it for you to stop and look at them. Pick this one up. It's old iron side. It just looks like something that any antique store would have. It's just a regular, look to me just like a regular old ship, but it's not. It was an antique. It's an antique poster, and picked it up for $1 and it sold for $64. 64 bucks. Not bad for an old iron side poster. Then we have this vintage Nico Kermit. Picked this Kermit up at a garage sale for $1 and he sold for $42. He was on maybe a couple of weeks and he sold. Then we have the Snoopy radio. This was a vintage 1974 Snoopy radio. Picked it up for $3 and it sold for $60. Then we have sheets. If you can find vintage sheets, I have a really good sell-through rate with vintage sheets. And if you can pick them up, if you find them, most people just want to get rid of them, but if you can find them complete, you can make some money. Pick this sheet set up for $1 and they sold for 60 bucks. They're vintage Tweety Bird sheets. Tweety Bird. All right, then we have Nicky Toy Holland Frog plush. Plushes, y'all, I say it all the time. Plushes are where your money's at. Pick this plush up for $4. It sold for $49.95. We have this Thai Beanie Baby. Yes, I'm gonna say it again, Beanie Baby. You can go into all kinds of little chat rooms or find different groups on social media and they'll just bash Beanie Babies. Don't get Beanie Babies. Don't get Beanie Babies. People don't want Beanie Babies. Well, for the most part, you know, there are some that are just kind of duds. But if you just say all Beanie Babies are trash, you're missing out. And I guess if you want to keep saying that, that's great. For those of us that are in the know, we know. So this particular Beanie Baby, it's called a PLUFFIES. It's from 2002. It's a tubby baby, and I picked it up for $4 at my local thrift store, and it sold for $44.99. Yeah. So if you're one of those people that say, don't buy Beanie Babies, well, you can't say that. There are some that you do need to buy. Keep that in mind. All right, then next we have Teletubbies. I brought these home. I wasn't sure if they were gonna work or not. They did. All of them worked. They all talked. They were the talking Teletubbies. 3 of them, picked them up at the bins. I think I'm in for maybe $1 for all 3 because it's by weight. Sold for $32.99, and I'm in for, like I said, about $1. So that was a good sale. Good flip on that one. Then we have this service manual. It is a Farm All Shop service manual. Service manual. I don't know how many times in the past I have walked by stacks of manuals at thrift shops, antique malls, and just not think anything of it. Well, I won't do that again. Picked this one up for about 50 cents and it sold for $41. $41 for a service manual. So if you see a service manual, you might pick it up. All right, so last but not least, here we go. We have mechanical pencils. Now guys, I did not know that mechanical pencils was even a thing. but apparently they are. And I'm so glad that I found this out. I went to a garage sale and this lady had a whole box of vintage pencils from all over, advertising pencils, just pencils of all kinds. Well, I picked the whole box up for $5, separated them all out. They have almost all of them sold in lots, and this is one of those lots. Instead of listing all of them, I just picked one. And it sold almost immediately for $34. And that's going to be it for my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you like this type of content, if you like to learn about reselling and how it's done and what not to do and things to look for, be sure and subscribe. All right, guys, I will talk to y'all next time.